Fable 5 returned July 1st after export controls lifted, but the comeback is messy. Just 3 days after launch in June, access was blocked globally because Anthropic couldn't verify user nationality in real time. Amazon researchers found a critical vulnerability. They showed how Fable 5 could identify cybersecurity weaknesses and even demonstrate exploitation techniques, triggering government intervention and export controls. Anthropic's defense is straightforward. Weaker models like Claude Opus and GPT could identify the same vulnerabilities. The report proved a safeguard could be bypassed, not that Fable 5 had unique offensive capabilities. Before Fable returned, Sonnet 5 already frustrated users. Pricing comparisons showed it costs 5 to 57 times more than competing models, making it the most expensive option available. Fable 5 claims the top spot on Arena AI and artificial analysis benchmarks. It's described as the most powerful large language model on the open market, but at extremely premium pricing. API pricing is steep: $10 per million input tokens, $50 per million output tokens. US infrastructure adds another one-time surcharge on all token costs. Free users get nothing. Regular Claude users have a 7-day promotional window from July 1st to 7th, limited to 50% of their weekly usage on Fable 5 only. After July 7th, Fable 5 becomes credit-only. Subscriptions don't cover it anymore. Standard enterprise plans only access it if organizations enable usage credits separately. Anthropic trained a new safety classifier with the government. It monitors requests before Fable 5 responds, blocking risky cybersecurity prompts and automatically downgrading them to Claude Opus. The classifier catches the Amazon report technique 99% of the time, but it's intentionally strict, creating a larger safety margin than any previous launch. The problem is obvious. Normal coding and debugging requests get flagged too. Users pay premium Fable 5 prices only to receive downgraded Opus 4. 8 responses instead. Developers ask the logical question: why pay for Fable 5 if routine coding turns it into Opus? The jokes spread quickly across tech communities and social media platforms. One comparison said Anthropic gave them an F1 Ferrari and handed them a Prius when they tried driving. Another joked the Prius came with a sticker saying, "Be glad I didn't delete everything." Developer Dax from Open Code noticed something worse. His logs revealed routing reasons said too dumb to need Fable. That's an insane user experience message from any company perspective. An Anthropic engineer replied, "I didn't expect you to check the logs." That response made it clear the assumption was users would never see internal routing descriptions. Claude has become incredibly useful for turning ideas into reality. From building apps and presentations to organizing research and planning weeks, Claude does meaningful work across many domains. But many people say learn Claude without showing a clear practical approach. That's why today's sponsor is hosting the world's first Claude-a-thon this weekend, a 2-day live workshop. The workshop runs Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. They're opening 1,000 free seats for a limited time only, so spots are filling quickly. Inside, you'll learn Claude for deep research, build artifacts and dashboards, create full presentations, set up job search connectors, build custom agents, and use AI for visuals and automation. You'll also get bonus resources including Claude Code examples, a prompt library, and a personalized AI toolkit builder to accelerate your workflow development. Link is in the description. Scan the QR code to join before free seats close. This is a genuine opportunity to level up your Claude skills with expert instruction. Anthropic built its brand around safety, trust, responsibility, and being more careful than open AI. But transparency matters when products feel restricted, expensive, and surrounded by hidden logic. Biology and chemistry filters add another issue. Anthropic says these classifiers are unchanged, but their scope is broader than expected, triggering fallbacks for basic questions. Users can select Fable 5, pay Fable 5 prices, and still receive safer older Claude behavior underneath. Improvements are promised later, but that's cold comfort now. Meanwhile, Mythos 5 returned, but only for around 100 selected US organizations approved by government, mainly in cybersecurity and critical infrastructure sectors. Mythos has fewer safeguards and much stronger cyber capabilities. Anthropic described it as carrying unprecedented cybersecurity risks, so access is extremely limited to select enterprises. Project Glasswing launched with $100 million usage quota. Companies like Apple, Microsoft, Google, Nvidia, Oz, and JP Morgan got exclusive Mythos access with better margins. Mythos preview costs 5 times Opus pricing. Some observers think Anthropic uses danger as business strategy. Call it dangerous, restrict access, create demand, sell to enterprises. David Sachs questioned whether Anthropic's safety warnings are genuine or part of routine, where the sky falls right before commercial moves that benefit the company financially. Dario Amodei publicly opposes open-source AI, warning that powerful open models are dangerous because companies lose monitoring ability, access revocation, and safeguard update capability. Anthropic's message is essentially trust us, we're more responsible. But the Fable 5 rollout shows the cost of that promise. Stronger control means worse user experience. A major controversy emerged around Claude Code's hidden anti-distillation mechanism. Developers discovered Claude Code, checked proxy host names and system time zones for suspicious patterns. If time zone was Asia Shanghai or Asia Urumqi, or proxy matched Chinese companies, AI labs, resale sites, or keywords like DeepSeek, Claude Code modified the system prompt. The changes were tiny and clever. Date format changed from dash to slash, or apostrophes were replaced with nearly identical Unicode characters with different encoding. The model reads the sentence identically, but the request now carries hidden routing information that reveals where it originated and how it was processed. Anthropic used the date sentence as a carrier for hidden metadata. Proxy services clean HTTP headers, but rarely rewrite natural language text like dates in prompts. If resellers or distillation pipelines sent requests back to Anthropic's official API, Anthropic could see the markers in their logs, revealing unauthorized access and origins. A slash in the date signals Chinese time zone. A different apostrophe like Unicode plus 02B9 signals matched proxy domain or keyword triggers. From anti-abuse perspective, the design is smart. It detects unauthorized resale, account abuse, sanctions risk, and model distillation attempts with invisible tracking. Harik Shihipar said this was an experiment launched in March to prevent unauthorized resellers from abusing accounts and stop model distillation attempts specifically. He said stronger mitigations launched later, and the team planned to remove this mechanism. A pull request was merged for full rollback in the next version. But the trust issue doesn't disappear because the mechanism was clever or temporary. Developers understand disclosed telemetry, but secretly changing invisible prompt characters is different entirely. Once users learn routing metadata can be encoded inside system prompts, obvious questions emerge. What else is encoded? What else is checked? Where is this documented? Alec Armbruster tested Fable 5 on Comeback Day using Cursor's proxied Anthropic API, framing requests as hypothetical defensive research to test actual safeguard strength. He claims Fable 5 produced detailed botnet planning output involving real default credentialed EOT devices. Comparable prompts to other models resulted in refusals or failures. The claim isn't independently verified, and Anthropic hasn't publicly responded, so it must be treated carefully as unconfirmed evidence of potential safety failures. The timing is brutal. The whole comeback was about stronger safeguards. Then Day 1 brings claims the model still helps plan EOT botnet attacks with basic framing. Sonnet 5 is the safer, cheaper middle option. Anthropic calls it the most agentic sonnet yet with better reasoning, tool use, coding, and professional task performance. It's the default for Claude Free and Pro users, also available for Mac, Team, and Enterprise. Lower undesirable behavior than Sonnet 4. 6. Better prompt injection resistance. Sonnet 5 is better at resisting prompt injection, less likely to hallucinate, less sycophantic, and more aware of misuse and deception attempts overall. Anthropic specifically didn't deliberately train Sonnet 5 on cybersecurity tasks. It handles routine security work, but is guardrailed against offensive attack code generation completely. Sonnet 5 has a new effort setting. Simple tasks run at lower effort to save tokens, while complex agentic work uses higher settings like extreme or maximum. Sonnet 5 pricing is refreshingly reasonable. Through August, it costs $2 per million input and 10 per output. September becomes 3 and 15 respectively. Opus 4, 8 remains $5 in and 25 out. So Anthropic now has this strange split between 4 different models with different purposes and access levels. Sonnet 5 is practical, Opus is fallback, Fable is flagship that downgrades itself, Mythos is powerful but untouchable. The strategy fragments rather than clarifies. Anthropic is building a jailbreak severity framework with Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and others using Glasswing criteria like capability gain, breadth, weaponization ease, and discoverability. It's modeled after CVSS for software vulnerabilities, creating standardized severity assessment for AI model exploits and security issues across the entire industry collectively. Fable 5 is powerful, but between the price, usage caps, credit switching, infrastructure surcharges, data retention, automatic fallback, false positives, and hidden markers, the return feels controlled. It's sold as a product but resembles a controlled experiment. Developers aren't just complaining the model is strict. They're exhausted because rules keep changing while bills increase. That's it for this one. I'll keep watching what happens next with Fable 5. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to stay informed of the latest videos.